ready to bat. Bottom of the third. Halos up 4-0 against Seattle as Albert Pujols digs in against Grady Wood. Came in, got the final out last inning, and slings that one low and outside for ball one. It's 1-0.
And he can always tell his friends, I got my Trout to fly out. First batter I faced.
Yeah, it went about 410 feet, but he got him out.
And out is an out, Terry.
Sure is. There's the next pitch on Albert. That's ripped and just foul on the third base side. It's time to check the Dodge Out of Town scoreboards, brought to you by the 2015 Dodge Challenger. Cars that were meant to be driven. Go to Dodge.com or visit your local dealer to learn about exciting offers now available. In the Grapefruit League in Florida today, Phillies shut out the Twins 3-0. And something interesting happened in that game. We'll tell you about it in just a moment as the 1-1 comes in on Albert. That one misses ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike. In that Phillies-Twins game, it was the first time 2 current Hall of Fame players managed against each other. The Twins manager this year is Paul Molitor. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2004. Of course, the Phillies manager is Ryan Sandberg. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame the following year, 2005.
2 outstanding quality players themselves. Fiery, productive, and what an honor, huh? That was pretty cool.
Yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike now on Albert. Washington run this spring for the Yankees. Chris Young had a pair of home runs for New York in the losing cause as that one is fouled off. And it was the Mets all over the Marlins today. 12-3. Michael Kadire having a nice spring for the Mets. Hit his 5th home run.
Wood has started it in near Pujols' left hip, and he's not bailing out at all.
3-2 delivery, and it's fouled off, and Albert cracked his bat. Ball was bounced foul on the third base side.
Here's a pitch where Pujols, of course, through the years has been very disciplined on taking, especially here at 3-2. Jump ball start, and it'll end off the plate. And you crack your bat because it was not a strike. He's done really good here this spring. He's been really good at not swinging at that pitch, but here twice he's done it. Perhaps because he's not as familiar with this young guy on the mound.
Everyone is ready. We'll try another 3-2. And it's on its way. Albert takes outside. Out of the strike zone, a leadoff walk.
He did get his walk, and good to see him also stay on the pitch a little bit more. As we saw Albert gesture a couple times on the batter's box after fouling up that pitch and breaking his bat on his body position and approach.
That Joyce will be the batter. He reached on an error, scored a run his first time up. And the pitch, that one got away from the catcher Zanino, and breaking up to second will be Albert. Ball ends up rolling over by the Mariners coaching staff, seated just outside the dugout area.
No one absolutely got away from the youngster. Also, these two have not worked together very often, I'm guessing. And well, Terry Erasmo Ramirez didn't get it done in the main diamond and on the main mound, but as we see very often here, what happened before too with, we mentioned it yesterday with Madison Bumgarner, is off to the bullpen to go out there and complete your workout.
Still getting some tosses in out there in the bullpen. Pujols up at second base now as a result of the wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Joyce. Third inning, 4-0 Angels. Next delivery, cut and a miss.
Oh, Madison Bumgarner, Terry, how good was he last night or yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, he came in with an 8.64 ERA, and my first thought it was don't worry about that. He threw like it was a regular season game, outstanding against the Angels yesterday.
Another guy who was mighty impressive yesterday was Drew Rosinski.
Rosinski is a one-man show right now, too. He took care of being the setup guy, the middle relief guy, and the closer.
Here's the next pitch, slow and outside, 2-1. Rosinski's going to get another start sometime this week, later on this week.
Yeah, think about that. Rosinski got the start when C.J. Wilson got the flu, right? All of a sudden, well, you got to find a way to start him, no matter what's happening in camp. Why? He took care of business when he had to take care of business.
There's one that's cut on and missed. A lot of slow pitches here thrown by Wood.
In other words, for Rosinski, it's not a matter of, okay, you did what we needed you to do that one day, and you took care of things yesterday. No, now we need to really go see you a little closer as to what you might bring, and who knows how the rotation ends up at the end of spring training.
2-2, lifted and hit well into right field. Seth Smith is going back. It's out by the wall, off the wall. That's going to be a long single right there as the throwback from Seth Smith came in towards second base. Albert, who was at second, moves to third. He wasn't sure whether or not the ball might be caught. It almost got out. Angels have him at the corners with nobody out for David Freese.
Think about this. Got a man at second base, hit a ball to the wall. You, the batter, get a single, and the runner in front of you advances one base. Quite unusual.
We've seen Matt Joyce a couple of times today, and we mentioned he has the hamstring issue. He is not running very well.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious today, seeing him in action for the first time in a while. Here's the pitch, and at the plate, taking that one low and away is David Freese. Mike
Scioscia knows he's got to be very careful, especially now as you take the final stretch here in camp. Especially with a guy that went out here and got in the offseason to fill a very big role in Matt Joyce.
John Freese fouled back behind the plate. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Prime Ticket. Monday afternoon baseball. Angels up 4-0, threatening to get more here in the third. Next pitch, and that one misses. 2 balls, 1 strike on Freese, who doubled and scored last inning. Angels put 4 on the board in the second. Delivery. Lifted in the air, hit well into center field. Andy Chavez back, still going back. He's at the warning track, jumps up, makes the catch in front of the wall. That'll be a sac fly as Pujols will score. And boy, another ball blasted out there to center that ends up being caught. It's 5-0 Angels.
Well, this is what we've seen and we talked about before the game as to wow factor from the hitting coach Don Baylor on the guys that look so ready. He said they're very close, so you can see just by the way they're swinging the bats, standing on the baseball, driving the ball. Remember, the Angels came into this game having a 301 collective average, which you can take lightly or you can't, considering that it really involves not just the regular player, but also the other guys.
There's a pickoff toss to first. The ball skipped away from the first baseman Morrison, but not too far away from him, and Joyce did not try to advance up to second.
Of course, those numbers a little inflated when you talk about the conditions here in Arizona, but nonetheless, it's better to be in the 220s and having more concerns. And really worried.
Eric Ibar is the batter. He doubled in a run last inning, scored a run. Here's the pitch. One breaking pitch in there for a called strike. This inning, a walk, a wild pitch, a single, and a sac fly, producing a run. Runner on at first, 1 out. 5-0 Angels. Bottom of the third, next delivery. That's fouled back just above us, backing out of play. Tomorrow, the Angels will be in Surprise to take on the Texas Rangers. That'll be Andrew Heaney against Nick Tepish. That'll be a pretty big start for Heaney tomorrow. And then Wednesday, the Angels are right back here to take on Cleveland. That'll be Fernando Salas listed as the starter in that ball game against Josh Tomlin.
Let me just say that right now, Brzezinski is pushing both Heaney and Tropiano. There's no doubt.
Right.
There's no doubt.
Clearly.
Tropiano has struggled. Heaney has been okay. We see some good things and other things that still need a lot of work.
Here's the 1-2, and Ibar tries to hold up on that one, went around. Eric can't believe that he is going to be called out there on a swing. He thought he checked on that one, and I don't think he thought the ball was a strike anyway. But he is a strikeout victim. That's the second out.
And probably wondering why Kerwin Downley didn't ask for a little help. Third base is Dale Scott out there.
First strikeout for Woods since coming into the game.
All right, good attitude by Eric. Just, smile. Can't believe it. Get away. No need to cause a big scene right now. Or ever.
Here's the pitch, and that one is a pitch in there on Giovatello, who's singled in a run, scored a run. Mike Scioscia very complimentary toward Eric Ibar earlier today, saying he's a team leader on the Angels club right now. Plays fearless, never takes a play off. A lot more vocal now as he's gotten to be more comfortable in the clubhouse. There's a pitch cut on and miss. Ibar is a young veteran still at age 31.
Hey, when Torrey Hunter says, who's the one guy that can take charge in that clubhouse when you leave, he goes, well, of course you got Albert, but don't take Eric Ibar for granted. When a veteran like that says it, you better listen. Mike So just found out. Eric will take charge and be vocal when he needs to be vocal.
Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss by Giovatello. Went down on 3 pitches, and that's how the inning went. So back-to-back strikeouts for Wood. Angels get another run. Had one more hit.
Royals have scored 2 in the 8th inning. They now lead 3-0, while Grady Wood gets loose on the mound for the Mariners. We want to find out again where you're rooting from. Keep sending in, and thank you for sending in all the great tweets and photos during today's Mariners game right here on Root Sports. Keep them coming. Tweet us at #WhereIRoot. Remember, we want to see you in the photo. Kids are optional. Maybe not the pets, but nice job in Salem, Oregon. A lot, of course, out there in Peoria. And there's a look at the Mariners' newest pitcher, Mr. Grady Wood. Guys?
All right, thank you, Brad. At Junction City, Oregon, between Corvallis and Eugene. That's where he lives these days, 6'1", 195. Turns 25 on May 18th. 10th round pick, 2012 draft. Grady last year with High Desert, 6-4 record of 3.29 ERA in 40 games. All out of the pen. Had 6 saves, 82 innings, 82 strikeouts, and 22 walks. This is Whit Merrifield, the hitter. Oh, and 2 the count. Split squad game, 9-1 Milwaukee over the Mariners. That's in the bottom of the 6th over in Maryvale. 0-2. Off the end of the bat, and will get fouled. Elias, 3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs.
not what you want to see at the end of spring training when you're trying to win a job.
And not when the guy that you're competing against is going 18 scoreless.
Yeah.
Talking about Taiwan Walker. Oh, 2. That is some delivery. Grady Wood with a very nasty breaking ball. Kansas City gets 2 on the board.